All right. Here we are, 1 year later. You're moving on to round of 16 with the last 16 teams left. How's it feel? Is it the same? Is it different from last year? What's going through your heads right now?
I personally feel like it's a little different. The game we played to get to the Sweet 16 last year against York was really a hard-fought game. That came right down to the wire. So I think the emotions immediately after the game were a little different than this one because we were up like 8-10 for most of the second half. So yeah, it just feels a little bit different. Still excited to get back though.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, we did a great job. They made a couple of runs and we always maintained our lead. So I think that was just kind of the difference. And our emotions weren't as excited as against York. But it's good to be back.
Yeah, the newness last year was really exciting. It was great for everybody. First time we've been there in a few years. So I think that excitement, that enthusiasm initially doing was great. When I feel like these guys, especially the starting five, have been through it and now they've got a little more confidence, so they're more coming in about business. And it's not quite as, it was still fun, but not quite that same extra edge that we had last year. But overall, can't be happy with what we are right now. Getting a chance to play again.
Talk a little bit about, there was a lot of discussion about their press after last night and how they handled Keene State. How do you think you dealt with their press tonight?
I thought we did a heck of a job. You know, I think for us, having played them last year in December and already had some confidence with these guys, playing against the pressure, being successful against the pressure, we felt going in that we had some ideas that we could execute. The guys did a fantastic job with it. It's really hard to get pressed the whole game like that over and over and over and be able to keep coming back. And guys, especially the older guys, did a great job managing that, getting the ball where it needed to go. And the young guys stepped up and did a lot of nice plays, not having been in that situation. But certainly, you know, Tim and Pete had awesome games tonight, and Tim played great against Moravian last year. Just really controlled the game, the tempo, the flow of the ball, getting it where it needed to be with very few turnovers. I think he only had 3, which is hard to do when you're having the ball that much in your hand. So credit to these guys for doing a great job.
You got a comfortable lead midway through the first half. You were able to hold on to it. How were you able to do that?
I think partially just because we have a better group of guys. And playing that game last night that was so close, we had like a little more of a chip on our shoulder going into today. So when we got that lead, we wanted to like not take our foot off the pedal, just keep pushing, keep breaking the press.
Yeah, I think we stayed composed. So that's all I got.
Yeah, defense in the first half was great. You know, holding a team like that who scores 85 a game, 29% from the field. And that was really what got us going. It gave us a double-digit lead going into half. So coming out in the second half with a little more margin for error, and even when they got it down to 6, we still had enough confidence, enough room to go out and make a play and extend that back close to double digits and really kind of sink the rallies a little bit.
Last night struggled early, offensively. Not so much tonight. What was the difference between last night and tonight, you think?
I think we had a feeling that these shots are finally going to fall. Like, we have a bunch of good shooters on our team in the past 2 games in the NCAA championship, and yesterday we weren't shooting well, so today we were feeling good warm-ups. Coach said this is the best we've ever shot, so I think it was just confidence and knowing that these shots are eventually going to fall because we have a lot of good shooters.
Yeah, it also helps when we can break the press and get open and easy shots. Like that really gets our offense going when we can execute and get the shots we want, and then the tougher ones can fall later.
Yeah, we were due.
Coach, what can you say about the play of these two and the rest of your seniors tonight?
All of them were fantastic. You know, Peter had a great weekend in both games. He just attacked the rim, got us easy buckets. Tonight, especially against the pressure, we really wanted to just keep attacking. You know, some teams pull it out, but that's really not how we play. So we just want to keep going forward, going at them. And Pete got to the basket almost at will tonight, which was great. You know, part of his strength is athleticism. Just made a lot of plays, a lot of finishes around the rim, and drew some fouls on him, which certainly helped get us in the bonus early. And then Tim just managed the game great throughout. Just like I said earlier, like he did against Moravian last year, just made a lot of great plays. And to have the ball in your hands that much with guys constantly running at you, only have 3 turnovers in 30 minutes is pretty impressive. You know, Roll was back to being Roll again, really great on the defensive end, banging inside. And did a great job on Neil Holder. To hold him to 7 for 20 is pretty impressive. And a great job by Andrew. And Michael's got some threes going, which we needed from him. But, you know, all 4 of the guys have been great for 4 years, so it's really fun to see them step up and play as well as they have this weekend.
Asked you about it last night. We'll touch on it again here tonight. Talk about playing in front of this crowd here at Margaret Bunny Scott Fieldhouse.
It's unbelievable, like I said yesterday. Everyone has shown amazing support. The amount of people that come up after the game that I don't even know who they are, just saying they love watching this, it means the world to us, so we're really appreciative of that.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and we've had more and more new people come back, or people that we haven't seen in games in a couple of years, so to have those new faces returning back to campus and catching games just provides an even more electric atmosphere. And obviously the students have been awesome throughout all of our last couple of weekends at home, and hopefully we'll have a chance to play in front of them again on Friday. That'd be great.
At what point did you say to yourself that, I think we've got this one tonight?
When the buzzer sounded. We've had enough games where we've been up 8-12 with a minute and a half to go, and they somehow seem to be a lot closer than we'd like. So we know now, not until that buzzer sounds, can we actually put it in the bank.
Have you ever seen so many 5 counts on inbounds plays as you did tonight? And what can you credit that to? Is that Moravian's defense?
Moravian just phenomenal pressure, really turned it up a couple times and tried to deny all the passes coming in and forced us into some 5-second violations. And I think that probably accounted for almost a third of our turnovers tonight. Something we're going to have to get better at if we come across a team moving forward that might press a lot, but luckily enough, it didn't cost us anything here.
Tony, anything?
You touched on a lot of what I wanted to say, but I'm kind of curious. This might be kind of tonight was wonderful. It was actually wonderful to watch you take the lead and hold it throughout the whole game. But last night was absolutely electric. I mean, you just don't see games like that very often. And when you do, it's you've seen something special. How hard was it to hold on to your momentum and your motivation today going into this game, having, you guys must have been on top of the world last night. And then to have to come and play the very next day, did you find it hard to stay up, or, or did you just concentrate on today and put that behind you?
Yeah, for the most part last night, even though the fans kind of got what they wanted with a great game, we were pretty disappointed in ourselves.
Is that right?
Yeah, we knew we didn't play as well as we could have.
Mm-hmm.
So I think today, like I said before, we really came with a chip on our shoulder and really wanted to execute and get great shots and play a lot better than we did last night.
Well, you certainly did that.
Yesterday was definitely a reality check.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the locker room all a little shocked that we won that game. So I think just having that first game of we can't roll over any team and we have to take everything seriously, I think that helped us, and we had a real chip on our shoulder, like Tim said.
You think that it's fair to say, if I'm understanding you correctly, that motivated you to play even better this evening?
Yeah, I think being lucky last night and coming away with that one made us realize that these could be our last games. Nothing is given at this point. You lose and you go home. We really didn't want to let that happen, so we kind of got, like Pete said, a reality check last night. I wanted to make sure that didn't happen tonight.
Beautiful. Coach, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I just think this weekend it was a really challenging pod for us. Playing a team like Penn State Barron on Friday night just executes things so well, one of the best defensive teams in the country in the half court, and to be really fortunate to get a win against a great team. To come back today and have to flip the script and now play a team that's going to press you for 40 minutes and scores 86 a game, you kind of got to get out of that grind out mentality and just be able to go up and down. And I think being lucky last night to get the win and fortunate at the end to survive it helped us be a little more focused getting into this game today and realize the details of taking care of the ball were going to be huge, and these guys responded in an incredible way. I thought it was a really tough matchup to switch from last night to tonight. These guys handled it, and I think that speaks a lot to their experience and what they've gone through over the last couple of years here, being against big games, against good teams, and being able to respond in a positive way.
Perfect.